Good day, everyone, once again. So, now let us proceed to teaching models. So, school teams spend precious time in creating foundation of inclusive program for students with disability. So, school teams composed of teacher inside the institution that is spearheaded by the principal, the school head, or it's either the president. So, they are gathered together in order to create meaningful decision for those students with disabilities. The purpose of interaction is that on how would they create a balanced classroom, on how can they develop their skills, talents, and learnings, and at the same time, how to build or to foster collaboration inside the classroom, and all appropriate support for students with disabilities. However, upon having or creating inclusive culture and inclusive practices, it is also important to create teaching method or teaching models. Moreover, there are three teaching models involved: the parallel teaching model, the complementary teaching model, and the third one is the supportive teaching model. The first one is the parallel teaching. So it is a collaborative way of teaching in which it is involved general education teacher and the special education teacher. So in not in inclusive education or exclusive education, they are getting the ratio of the students in which, for example, there are 42 students inside the classroom. So the ratio of that is possible ratio is 21. So the 21 students are accommodated by the other teacher, and the 20 another 21 students are accommodated by the other teacher. While in this case, in the case of inclusive education, it turns out on classifying and categorizing those students. So in inclusive education, they are students with this there are students with disability and students without disability. So those students with disability are accommodated by special education teacher, and those students without disability are accommodated by the general education teacher. Okay, the main purpose of that is on how would they build their learning, and at the same time how would they learn explicitly in terms of understanding the curriculum or the lessons. Like for an instance, for us, we know that those children with disability have certain impairments, have certain problems. So, for example, behavioral problems. So, the special education teacher knows how to accommodate his or her students because it is their specialties on how to accommodate or how to recognize those students' behavior. By that also, it also increases their participation inside the classroom. While those students without disability, it is also important to them in order for them to focus inside the classroom and at the same time to avoid discrimination inside the classroom. So this picture shows on how the parallel teaching model is being portrayed. And now let us proceed to the second one, the complementary teaching. So this complementary teaching is the same as parallel teaching, a collaborative way of teaching also, but they are different. They are portraying different roles. I mean, in complementary teaching, they are portraying different roles. And also, they are accommodating the whole class by not getting the ratio of the students, or it's either categorizing or classifying the class. So it is a strategy. So strategy occur, example, giving instructions. The first teacher is giving the instruction while the other teacher is giving emphasis to those instruction kung paano ito gawin, kung anong dapat gawin. So this strategy occur in order for the students to explicitly learn and in order for them to master the curriculum. So this picture shows on how complementary teaching is. Let us proceed to the third one, the supportive teaching. So from the word support, so the teacher portrays active role on helping his or her students in a specific task or on certain activities by showing empathy to his or her students, so by helping them. Example, helping them to understand the context, the lesson, the assignment, and helping them to draw and to finish the task. So the advantages of portraying active role inside the classroom as a teacher, it helps your students' performance level increase, adapt meaningful learning, and also boosting the confidence of the students in achieving the task and different performances. So that would be all for teaching models. So there are three teaching models: the parallel teaching, the complementary teaching, and the supportive teaching.